everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I'm Nuzhat Sana and in this video I'll discuss today's top current and static general studies questions for UPSC Prelims Examination 2022 onwards. And these questions are framed keeping in view both the factual as well as analytical aspects of UPSC Prelims exam. Also, I would like to inform you that these questions are part of GK Today's UPSC Prelims test series, which is available in GK Today Android app. And the test series for 2022 Prelims examination comprises total of 7500 questions, divided 2500 questions on current general studies and 5000 questions on static general studies. And the series has started from May 2021 and it will end with UPSC Prelims Examinations 2022. So if you wish to access all questions of GK Today UPSC Prelims test series, you may subscribe the test series in the app. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
So today this is our 26th lecture and now let's start. Question number 1. With reference to the post-COVID-19 vaccination complications or issues, consider the following terms and their general meaning. So two terms have been given and we have to see if the meaning that has been given here is correct or not. Okay. First is embolic event. Let's understand this. Actually, this event refers to the formation of clot in the blood vessels and its subsequent blocking of the blood flow. Sometimes the clot breaks loose and is carried by the blood to another vessel where it might block the flow, and that is called as thromboembolic event. So some of the symptoms include breathlessness, chest pain, severe headaches, and etc. So the National Adverse Events Following Immunization Committee was constituted to analyze the adverse events in India following vaccination. And according to its recent report, the thromboembolic events occur in general population and this risk is 70% less in people of South and Southeast Asian descent when compared to the European people. Okay, now let's read the statements. Embolic event means formation of clot in blood vessel and its subsequent blocking of blood flow. Yes, it is correct. And the second statement says thromboembolic event is the use of medication to dissolve or remove the clots in the blood vessels. No, it is not the thromboembolic event. Rather, when the clot breaks loose and is carried by the blood to another vessel where it might block the flow, that is called as thromboembolic event. So correct answer is only one. That is option number A. Question number 2. The term confidentiality rings, sometimes seen in news, is most closely related to what? Actually, under India's competition law, there is a restriction on the disclosure of certain types of information during a proceeding. And this is to maintain the sanctity of such information. So the CCI has proposed a detailed mechanism along with procedures and parameters for dealing with the confidentiality claims, and the practice of filing pleadings in the confidential version and non-confidential version would continue on a self-certified basis. So this will basically help in removing the need for determination of confidentiality claims and help expedite disposal of inquiries. So that's why the CCI, that is Competition Commission of India, has proposed the establishment of confidentiality rings composed of authorized internal and external representatives of the parties. And these representatives could review the entire case records in its unredacted form. Okay, so this is related to CCI, that is Competition Commission of India. Now next question, the term probabilistic random forest, that is PRF, sometimes seen in the news, is most closely related to what? So the scientists of Indian Institute of Astrophysics have used this particular technique to identify cluster stars. What are the stars cluster? Actually, these are the group of stars that are related to each other physically through a common origin. And there are two main types of star clusters. First is globular cluster, which are tightly held together by gravitational force, and second is open clusters, which are more loosely bound. So talking about the globular clusters, these are older and have hundreds to millions of star members, while open clusters are younger and have less than a few hundred star members. Now why this was in news? Because Indian astronomers have developed a new method based on machine learning that can identify cluster stars, or you can say assembly of stars physically related through common origin, with much greater certainty. And talking about PRF, it is a machine learning technique that uses a combination of parallax, proper motion, temperature, brightness, and other parameters to classify each star as a cluster member or a non-member. So basically it gives very accurate information about the brightness and proper motion of more than billions of stars. Correct answer is option number B. Now next question, which of the below was the first mission to achieve soft landing on planet Mars? So you have to identify which is the first mission that achieved soft landing on Mars planet. So this is Mars 3, as the Soviet Union was the first to attempt Mars exploration using Mars 1M series of uncrewed spacecraft. And these were launched in the year 1960 and were intended to be flyby missions. So basically in the year 1971, the USSR launched Mars 3 mission and hence became the first to achieve soft landing on the planet Mars. And talking about Mariner 4, this is mission of NASA and it was the first successful mission to the planet Mars. And it was the first successful flyby mission to the planet Mars, and it was launched in the year 1964. And later on, in the year 1971, Mariner 9 became the first spacecraft to enter into the Martian orbit. And talking about ExoMars rover, this is a mission of European Unions and it is to be launched in the year 2022 and is expected to become the first to drill the Martian surface to a depth of nearly 2 meters to search for signs of life. And regarding India, India's Mars Orbiter mission, that is MOM, is the first Mars mission in the world to succeed the Mars orbit insertion in the first. So correct answer is option number A. Also regarding Mariner 9, one more important thing is there. It was actually a robotic spacecraft that was launched towards Mars and became the first spacecraft to orbit another planet. And after the occurrence of dust storms on the planet for several months, the orbiter managed to send back clear pictures of the surface. And now coming to last question, which of the following terms refer to some kind of trade agreement under World Trade Organization? So which among the following are any trade agreement under WTO? First is Trade Facilitation Agreement. This was actually brought in by the World Trade Organization and it came into force in the year 2017 to simplify, modernize and harmonize export and import processes. So yes, this is correct. Second option is Market Access Map. This was actually not developed by WTO, rather it was developed by ITC, that is International Trade Center, with the objective to facilitate business, government and research in the market access issues. So this one is wrong. And third is remission of duties or taxes on export product, also called as RODTEP. Actually it replaced MEIS, that is Merchandise Export from India scheme, and this scheme encourages exports through tax and duty refunds. Actually under this scheme, the notification of benefit rates payable to the exporters is expected to take more time as it is facing issues because the exporters fear that the rates may turn out to be lower than recommended by a technical committee. So this scheme was announced in the year 2020 as a replacement for MEIS, which was not compliant with the rules of World Trade Organization. Now what is the significance of this RODTEP? Actually in this, Indian exporters will be able to meet the international standards for exports as affordable testing, and the certification will be available to the exporters within the country instead of relying on international organization. Secondly, under it, tax assessment is set to become fully automatic for the exporters. Also, this would increase the economy for country and working capital for the enterprise. Now, apart from all these things, one more scheme is there named as Market Access Incentive Scheme. And this is an export promotion scheme launched in the year 2003 and is formulated on a product focus country approach. Okay. So this is also not related to World Trade Organization. Correct answer is option number A, that is only 1. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. If you want to give any review, feedback or suggestion regarding these lectures, you can tell us in the comment section. Definitely we'll try to implement that. And now we'll meet again tomorrow with 5 more new and interesting questions. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.